what you want.
Welcome back, No Means Nerds, to the No Means No Thing, No Means Nothing podcast. The podcast where three absolute, complete, and utter interminable idiots try to figure out the best No Means No song of all time. Spoilers, there isn't one. I'm one of your hosts, Jordan.
I'm Matthew. Hello.
I'm idiot number 3, Michelle.
Idiot 3, and we are back. This is episode 45, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit of Jello in your bowls. Pack your bowls with Jello, smoke it up.
Kind of boy.
We are going to crane our necks, and yeah.
Popular demand to some extent. So it's like, it's not my favorite, but a lot of people found that it was their introduction to No Means No, and that's great.
Right.
I kind of had to give props to this album and do a little exploration, also because we don't totally have what we're doing next nailed down yet. So
well put. It's both filler and audience demand gristle. It's a little bit of all of that.
Everybody
and for those of
Jell-O.
you who are, it's a little bit of Jello. For those of you who've complained about how the fuck could you possibly do this and not do the Hanson Brothers, pipe right the fuck down. We still have a break between this next season and the next one. You know the Hanson Brothers are coming in at some point. Don't be fucking daft. There's no way we're not going to contend with the Hanson Brothers. Okay, but they're better than this, so they get to wait till longer.
This is.
I know we're not. We're gonna have to figure out what to do with it. It's gonna be its own. It would be its own fucking season. I don't know what we're gonna do, but somehow we'll contend with that. Even if it's
everybody calm down. I'm gonna wear my Charlestown Chiefs jersey, and
there you
go.
Be
ready.
There you go. When I was at the one of the nice things about being at the show the other night. With Nasal Rod and
Nasal Rod, Jesus,
which are so fucking good. And oh my god, what the fuck? How am I blanking on their fucking names? I'm having a total senior moment.
Was one.
No, the headliners. Come on, Jesus Christ, Victor's family.
Victor's
Jesus
family.
Christ. That was this real old man moment. But anyway, it was Parker and I were just both opining about how great it was to see so much No Means No merchandise, right? Like we were.
What?
I mean, not merchandise, but like
people wearing
people wearing shit.
Nice.
And right in front of us was standing somebody with a Hanson Brothers sweatshirt, and I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Yeah.
Wow.
For my co-host, a little behind the scenes here, the order is in the chat.
I just saw
the
that.
order
I just saw that.
is in the chat.
Thank you for doing that.
So, ladies and germs. Thanks once again. I guess I should. Ladies and germs these days has a really bad connotation, huh? Because we're in like a triple fucking pandemic again. So I guess I won't say that. Ladies and dick havers and non-dick havers and non-binary havers and whatever genitalia you're sporting or not sporting or even care about, we're really happy to fucking have you here on this episode, whatever it's going to be. And
see, I thought you were going to go with the COVID angle and not the pronoun angle.
No, I was. And so I was trying to get rid of the germs and go to what else could I say but germs?
You went from the germs to the genitals.
Yeah, I
got germs on my genitals.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm probably canceled at this point, but it was meant in good faith, not in actually trying to send them up. But you can tell with people. But you all know where I stand on that shit. On the right side of the law. So we're going to play our little opening game of Power of Positive Drinking. And I am back at it with a nice cooled glass of Redwood Empire bourbon whiskey. And I'm really looking forward to tonight. It's been a long week and could use a tippers. So, Strangey, what have you got for me? As he puts his ear
I'm
closer
going to
to the
save
mic.
that guy's ears and open my can further
No,
away.
don't. Fuck that guy. Give it to me.
No, I don't want to
It's my show.
Bust his cans.
Let him take his earphones out.
I love how people call earphones cans.
Mm-hmm.
That's in English, like in England, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Or UK? I don't know. Anyway, speaking of cans.
Oh, yeah, baby. Pour it out. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
hey, Grayson is making an appearance on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not quite sure whether that's Grayson, Michelle's cat, or Jello Biafra somewhere hiding in Michelle's house.
You huss now. You've been fed twice.
I was being quiet because maybe he'd give us another. Well, there he
Oh,
is.
God. What am
You all
I
heard
gonna
it.
do?
That's so
What
good.
do I do?
He's going to help give commentary.
All
Yeah.
right.
So we know
So-
what Michelle's drinking. What about you, Matthew?
Yes, I'm having a Guinness.
Well, right now I've got this is when you take beer and add it to the garage, you get garbage, and that's what this is. This is old style pilsner. This is shitty garage beer,
It
which
looks
I
like
happen to
shitty
have
garage
out here,
beer.
and I mostly bought it just because I know Rolf is listening, and he will be concerned that I'm drinking this. But,
Is that the kind of beer that's been sitting in the garage forever or something?
Oh,
Is
no,
that-
no, it's just
that kind of-
fucking shitty
Just
garbage beer.
trash.
Anyway, I have a couple choices here that I open the
Had
actual
a film of
decent beer.
dust on it.
I believe we have no. It's just beer that I drink when I am working in the garage.
Yeah, I got you.
With
is
power
like
tools.
It's that kind of
flavored.
theme.
No. I never do that. I do
Good
not
boy.
do that.
All right.
I think I've had this on the podcast before. This is Black Whale. I know
Ooh, I've not
Michelle's
seen
gonna
that
freak
one.
out.
I would
I
recognize
don't
that.
recognize that.
Black
Neither.
Male.
That's great. Who
Northwest
cares what a
Stout.
crow drinks anyway? It's got a crow on it.
I love his feet.
And I saw that, and I figured, well, that's the one that Michelle's gonna
Well,
freak
yeah.
out about. But then,
Oh, yeah, I love that shit.
I saw this one, and I don't know whether it's. See, I found another passion fruit beer that I really
Oh,
like.
boy.
You guys know I like my passion fruit beers.
You do.
but
You like
this-
that bomber one.
This one is from Backcountry Brewing in Squamish, BC, and it is actually called "Strange Women Lying in Ponds Distributing Swords is no basis for a system of government passion fruit."
Fuck
sour."
me.
what
Fuck
did you
me.
just say?
That
What
is
did you
the best
say?
title ever. Michelle, do you know what that's from? Come on.
You take a
You're
take a
a-
No.
screenshot.
Of course I don't know. Strange
hold on.
women
I'm
lying
definitely
in
getting it.
ponds.
It's from Holy Grail, the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, one of the
Oh,
funniest films of all fucking time.
I only know that one song. That one
Oh my god,
song.
I got the screen.
And his
That is fucking
penis.
awesome. Hell yeah.
So there
No,
is.
I've seen that movie plenty. I don't.
I used to
know
have that
stuff
memorized
like you
back in
guys.
back in
Oh,
high
that
school.
song.
No,
Or
the
that
whole
whole-
movie. Me and my friend Russell,
pretty
you
much.
know,
Wow.
my buddy Russ, that was our favorite movie. We would watch it every couple months and just drive everyone fucking crazy. So that would be my vote. That beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
just
gonna
saw
take-
I just saw the theater version of that. It was
Oh, really?
fucking hilarious. Oh yeah.
I've
And
never
then
seen that.
the part where the guy's appendages are falling off, one of them fell off too early. Everybody was dying. Like
Very
even the musicians in the pit
appropriate.
were just
Very
like
appropriate.
fucking dying.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
his
great.
leg fell off like before it was supposed to.
Oh, it's taking every
Uh-oh.
ounce of my body to suppress just starting to quote that shit. What's up, Matthew? How's it taste?
It's,
It is good, but it's barely even tastes like beer. It tastes like Jello.
strange women.
Tastes like Jello.
It does not.
All right, folks. Well, we've had our drinks. Hopefully,
Wow.
you're cracking open a drink. I hope listen. This is one of the few episodes. Well, a couple things here. One, this is one of the few episodes where you can go in between or before we play these songs and hop onto Spotify and fucking listen to them, because this fucking album's on Spotify. That's why a bunch of people have heard it that haven't heard of All No Means No. But for those of you who don't know, you can now also go onto Spotify, type in No Means No, and you will see the 7-inch songs, proving that they are going to be releasing onto Spotify streaming platform the songs as they release the albums. So that's pretty
Interesting.
fucking great news,
No way.
which I think is great, because I think that's one of the ways that
They're
No Means
doing
No is
it
going to get
for
more
real.
widely, are
They're
going to get
doing
more
it.
widely known. So
It's
it has
going
begun.
down.
No Means Nerds. You're
Wow.
all the
No.
OGs out there listening now, but
It has
Yep.
continued. Finally.
it has continued. It has re-begun. It has rebirthed. All right, so
I'm so excited.
let's for the first time in feels like a very fucking long time. Feels like maybe 6 months, but I don't think it's been quite that long. Talk about some goddamn music. So we put in these 8 songs into the terrible machine. We pulled the handle, and it came up with this first pairing, which is kind of brutal because these are 2 of the epics. The first one is The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy. And of course, that is off the eponymous album, The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy. And this is from 1991. versus Chew off the same fucking album. I'm not going to say it anymore because all these songs are off the same album. You know what they're on. So we're going to start with The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy. I'm going to go first and jibber jab a little bit about it. And
the bracketed title is in there is Falling Space Junk.
Falling
Hey
Space
man,
Junk. Which
don't steal my thunder. I was gonna say that. Thanks a lot.
I haven't heard
title?
that version, so maybe you guys can opine on that a little bit more. I know there's some history to that, so I'll leave that nut on the branch for you. But before we do any of that, let's hear a little of this JELLO. All right, there was a bit of The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy. So my little hook here on this, because I kept thinking this as I was listening to all these songs, is each of these songs for me is going to get a combo rating, which is like a food rating, meaning two foods that mix together. Do they mix well? One is the music, one is the lyrics. So this song to me...
Wait, a combo usually includes a drink, like a drink with...
Nah, it's like just two food. It's like chocolate
it's
and
not
peanut.
A combo.
It's like chocolate and peanut butter. That's an ace song, chocolate and peanut butter.
All right.
This
or pineapple
song,
and potato leek soup.
There you go. Or pineapple and pizza, which I like, and you all can fuck off who don't like it. So this one is...
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that was inappropriate combination.
Well, like this. My first rating is inappropriate. It is this first song to me is like chocolate and mayonnaise.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Meaning it's a great fucking song. Chocolate on its own is great. Mayonnaise is pretty great, but together, there's not what I'm going to give Jello credit for. The song is incredible. The music to this is fucking
misunderstood.
Let me get this right off the bat. There's not a single song on this album where the music is not absolutely fucking balls to the wall incredible, right? And this song in particular, the music is fucking great. It's great way to open the album. Fucking driving, percussive. I mean, it's really got that Rob wrong bass sound, because I think it was recorded out. It's between Wrong and 0+2, so it feels like it's still got that sound in it. Andy's guitar still kind of has that sound to it, and his brilliant scratching around the edges while John and Rob just rip up the middle with their tight circus show. And this song really has great shit section to section. I think really has really good sections. And I especially love, there's this grinding bass and guitar section, and then everything drops out and it's just Andy's guitar doing that. And then it just comes in, everybody ripping in full fucking force, frenetic. It's so fucking good.
You sounded like
but you know what? Do you know what? And listen, let me get this out of the way too. And I'll probably say this again because I feel guilty. All credit to Jello as being a historic figure. I was a Dead Kennedys fan before No Means No fan. Bedtime for Democracy was like the first thing that blue pilled me for punk. I fucking loved it. And I think he's historic. I think he's done some really, really, really good shit. This is not it. This is not his good shit, is right here, unfortunately. And I actually, it's hard for me actually sometimes to hear the music that I want to hear underneath Jello on some of these songs. And this is one of those ones where I had to really dial in to hear the music, because Jello sort of pulls me out of it a little bit. Jello's lyrics, which I won't go too far into, like I would normally with the brothers or with Rob or Andy or anybody. I mean, in a sense, he's very salient. He's still salient. This is about fucking space junk and about sending up nuclear satellites and about sending plutonium into space on the space shuttle, which did fucking happen and people sued to make it stop happening, and about that shit exploding. That's way more salient now than it was in 91. We got tons of that shit going up there now all the time. I mean, the sky is way more filled with space junk than it was back then. So that's very salient. This idea that were that all to explode and everyone to get fucked up, the society would just turn on its head and everybody would just run around to each other's houses, I guess stealing each other's underwear, according to Jello. That's what we would do. That's
playing
great.
with.
Play with, not steal, you're right, and then just leave it on the street. So there you go.
Look, it's a
So
bra.
it is exactly. I found a bra. Now let's just go home. It's very salient, but it's also just kind of, it's his spoken word. Rhymes need not apply, nor real good wordsmithing. And I'll there's other songs coming up in this episode where I feel like he actually does a real good job. I don't really feel that one in this. I don't feel that way in this one. I don't feel like he adds much to it. It's kind of one note, shrill, over the top. The music underneath is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Great opener. Really is a great opener. I have to hear that other version. I've never heard it. And I don't believe there's a version poking around out there of this one that I've ever heard without the lyrics, but boy, I'd love to hear it.
The 0+2.
Nope. That's the that's Too Many Sharks in the Gene Pool is the only one that I've heard that has the
maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. You're right.
But anyway, so great song. It is I think it's one of the better on the album. So this is towards the top to me. It's fucking aces. And yeah, I think, Jello says some things that are still kind of timely, even though it's very specific to that time period. Shit's still going around. History repeats and rhymes. And, he always kind of had it dialed in when it came to politics, even if I don't know that it's that artful, what he adds. It's certainly, sort of thoughtful in its own way. So, yeah, chocolate and mayonnaise could be worse. Not bad mayonnaise, not mayonnaise that's gone sour. It's just, I don't know. I'm not going to dip I'd rather not dip my chocolate in the mayonnaise. I'd rather put the mayonnaise on a sandwich, but instead they put it on my chocolate and I got to eat it. This is what we got. So Michelle,
wow.
Where do you come down on The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy?
Well, who is the chocolate and who is the mayonnaise?
No means no is the chocolate. No means no is the yummy chocolate.
I'm here to talk about the dark chocolate. Because I wrote some googly eyes here. Ladies and germs, or whatever that's what I wrote, but no, we're not doing germs. We're doing something else.
You can. I was just being a fucking asshole. Go
ahead.
Ladies
Ladies and germs, it's fucking googly eye time. Come on with this instant assault. And there's only one band who can pull this shit, and man, does it absolutely blow my mind. The music in this is beyond words, and the groove they got going will have you galloping right out of the room, around the building, and back in again. And those would be my exact dance moves. The shining star in this is Andy, with some of the best guitar attacks and some serious pick work. Come on, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
Oh.
So good.
If you can hone in on just him, it'll blow your mind. His signature sneery tone is perfect in this. One of my favorite parts is around 2 minutes, 10 seconds, where Rob does this chromatic run up the neck, an octave higher than he's been playing previously, and it really adds to the piece.
Fucking good.
Yes, that's the one, and then he goes up an octave, I think.
Yep. So good.
You could barely hear the man, and we're going to talk about that.
Rob, the engineering. I forgot to talk about that. God. Fucking hell, man.
Rob needs to be turned up in this because he's mostly playing what Andy does in a lot of these songs, and like his fingers got to spread a little further than a guitar. I don't know how he does it.
I don't either, and it deserves to be heard more than we hear it on this album. God damn it!
Exactly.
Some bitch.
Yep. John and Rob are a force to be reckoned with, and to see them play this live would just about kill me. Jello's vocals are quite good until he starts the oohs and the ahs when he's on the roller coaster or whatever the fuck he's doing, or pinching his ass. I don't know. Overall, this is a mammoth masterpiece of music writing. I love this music.
Very good.
Yep.
Matt, to you, what you got?
I've told this story before on the podcast about just simply because this is the first song with Jello on it, and like my history with it. It's actually one of the first albums of theirs that I kind of heard in some ways. But I bought the tape. Didn't care all that much for it. Lent it to somebody and never saw it again, I think. So I didn't actually bother with it for quite a long time. Yeah, it is the mix. It is the being castrated lamb that is Jello's voice. I like some vodka in my Jello.
Fuck.
But he's more like it's Jello with amphetamines in it. I don't know, or
total speed shots. He's like Jello Coke.
Possibly attention deficit disorder and maybe a shot of ADD. But yeah, it is great. It is great that he digs into all this sort of obscure politics. But this was around the time, and I kind of actually developed more of an appreciation for DK later because of, again, the band was something that I really wanted to listen to, and not so much the lead singer a lot of the time. So he had like the DK incredible musicians. Jello is just so, he does his thing, and he is just so prominent, and that's my issue with this whole situation. I mean, the story that I think I told before was I was like wandering in the alleys in Vancouver, and I found an amp, a karaoke amp, and I lugged it home to see whether it worked. And the only reason I did that was so that I could see if I could listen to this album with screening Jello out of it. But
oh my god!
Sadly, the left channel in the amp was burned out, and it didn't really work very well. So anyway,
Jello was very sticky.
And I'm no audio engineer. I should get my buddy Colin to see if he can do something for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this song was the genesis of this album.
That's right.
And it was on the Terminal City Ricochet soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, right.
And it had a different title. The title on is The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy, and then in brackets, as I remember at least, it said Falling Space Junk.
Falling Space Junk,
brackets. Yep. And the title on Terminal City Ricochet was Falling Space Junk, and then in brackets, Hold the Anchovies. And I found it.
Anchovies?
Yeah.
The anchovies? Oh, okay.
I found it on YouTube, and even that, shredded MP3 was a better mix than this, and it actually is considerably better, and has entirely different lyrics, which I didn't realize.
No shit.
I just figured.
I gotta go listen.
Yeah, no, you do have to go. I had no idea. I knew that this song or a song that was on that soundtrack. I just figured it was the exact same thing. Had no idea that it had been re-recorded for this album, and that it was like, oh, that was fun, we'll do more. But yeah, it's better music. It is a little bit different, or the emphasis is different, or maybe it's just the mix that's different. But there is some different instrumentation and everything like that, and I like the Terminal City version better, considerably better, and it's not so Jello forward either. Which I also like. It's a little bit more, smoothed out, and I'd say that people should go and check that one out. And it is, as I said, on YouTube. I was not able to find lyrics. I would have to listen to them to separate them out. So we will. I had no choice but to not consider that a version of the song, but only consider the one that was on the album. In my analysis. Yeah, I love the bass, the chromatic scale going up. It's like the best thing. It's like something go up into space. It was like super great.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the time that I was talking about? Like halfway through the song?
So rising scale or something like that.
Rob just pops out and just turns the heat up, man.
I would say that, Andy definitely, it's incredible. And I wonder how much it was sort of like Andy pushing this project more, because I don't know. Yeah. This is maybe one of the more guitar forward, or again, maybe
really
it's just the fucking mix.
I think it's the mix. But it could be. He sounds so good, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
The whole fucking album he does. Yeah.
Christ.
But
crunch.
yeah, I was
Ow.
trying really hard to give this song a fair shake because it's very difficult. As I said, it's like this is the point where Jello's kind of songs. I mean, there's always been a lot of humor in his lyrics and everything like that. But this is like where it starts to blur with his when he started collaborating with, Alien Jurgensen and doing the Terma Circus and DOA and everything like that. It's sort of like I will rant about something, and these guys I know will do the music. So
Exactly.
it started to blur between his spoken word and his sing. And
Exactly.
even back then, I have a lot more education and nerdery, and spending a lot of time, like years down fucking Wikipedia rabbit holes. That even back, in high school or late high school when this album came out for me, I wanted to fact check, like that can't be right.
What?
It's great that he's bringing these things to attention, but 46 pounds of plutonium, I'm like, what for? Like, why is that is that for satellite? I don't know. Is that possible that they could have that much?
It was in a satellite. It was in a private satellite, so it was actually
4 to 6 or 46.
46. There was a nuclear powered private satellite that was going up. That they were bummed, and there was actually a lawsuit to stop NASA from sending it up.
Okay, I'll buy that. I do not buy that it would kill 5 billion people. Or it's kind of interesting. Like, is this Jello's comment on alarmism? Or
I don't think he comments on alarmism.
If everybody knows about this, everybody's just going to freak out. If everybody knew there was 46 pounds, what matters now? Nothing matters anymore. It's like, oh no, freak out. Oh no. There's plutonium on a shuttle. Everyone go crazy. Yeah, so I don't know. It's sort of
I'd like to believe that reading, but I have a hard time.
I don't know. He does his homework, man. I don't think he pulls stuff.
I don't know if he does.
I don't know.
I don't know if he does. I think he does his homework, but I think he's prone to hyperbole also. I think
there we go.
It's not an either or. It's not an either or.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gullible, so whatever. I believe what I hear. So
that's your target audience.
I do like that this. You can hear John's voice in there. Here.
A couple of times.
And there's that burn that they say behind. That's definitely the boys. I think that's John.
Yeah, pretty great. Anyway, that is the first song that I am talking about on this album. So
that is the first song of this pairing. The second song is Get Out Your Big League Chew, everybody. Put in some chaw. Get your cup to spit that shit. You know what, fuckers? I grew up around so many people who did fucking chew. That shit is the grossest shit that ever existed. Fuck. I mean, not fuck anybody who did it. That's not right. But God, that shit's so gross.
Let's put fiberglass in it to chew up the inside of your cheeks.
Gross.
So that you
so
can,
fucking
that
gross.
Is a very inefficient delivery system.
Ugh. Michelle's going to preach.
I got my hand up because I got some. Oh, yeah, I am. I spent most of my youth being a cashier.
Oh, fuck. Okay. You saw that shit all the time.
No. Well, where I grew up and was a cashier, you could bring in do you know where I'm going with this? You could bring in a bottle or a can, get your nickel back.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
And I'm not talking about the band. I'm not.
People bring their spitters in?
Nickelback. Get your Nickelback CDs for turning in your cans.
No.
People done bring their spitters in.
I know what you're talking about.
It was so fucking gross.
Oh,
to this day, I rinse out any cans, even though you don't get the money back for the return. But yeah, I can't tell you how many cans that were like half full, half like got cigarette butts in it, spit chew. It was so fucking miserably gross.
Disgusting. And on that note, let's hear a little bit of this song, also called
That is not about tobacco chewing at all. And it's
not.
Right.
All right. There was Chew. So the combo rating on this one is sweet, sweet dark chocolate and actually pretty fucking yummy peanut butter. I think this is Jello's best lyrical effort on the entire fucking album. I think this may be, I'm not sure yet, but it may be my favorite on the album. I think his lyrics are more varied, subtle, not just lyrics. That's part of it. They're not really that subtle. So that's the wrong thing. His vocal delivery is more subtle and in line with the music. I feel like he was really listening to the fucking music. This feels like a song that was actually written together rather than just, I'm not sure it was, but rather than just Jello just hearing a good song and going like, well, let me pull a scree out of my peachy folder. And, this will go.
About? I can rant over this.
Where's my trapper keeper? Oh, this one will do. It just goes.
Could you not do that when I have beer in my
It goes really, really fucking well together. And fucking that musical opening. Oh my God. It's just, I listened to this song so many times when I was preparing for this. The slow, menacing, fucking jazzy, fucking it's not just Rob. It's Rob.
Well,
it's fucking
Rob.
John with the shuffling drums back there, just fucking surprising me. And it's Andy with that pissant, perfect little fucking every once in a while just coming in there like the Rats. I'll talk more about him later.
Yeah, man. But, like fucking Rob and John are in their fucking sex mad fucking leaky basement.
Oh,
and
it is.
Like,
it is
in the dark
gorgeous.
Out there somewhere is fucking Andy the gargoyle. Flying around.
No, it's Andy the fucking giant rat. He actually sounds to me like a fucking rat with his little squishy claws and his little teeth, and it's like it gnawing on the inside of my skull in the perfect fucking ways. So, but that's what I mean. Like Jello.
I think not Matthew masturbating.
I think Jello probably got the inspiration for the lyrics for this song from fucking Andy's guitar in this because it's so scrabbly and rat-like in the best possible way, and that fucking build. It's so it's so fucking just makes my ass tighten up so much. So fucking good. Headbangy. Yeah, it's not like Rob's not fucking away on some intricate bass line. It's just grindy.
Oh, he's laying it down.
It's grindy, headbangy music mixed with jazzy, fucking subtle, menacing music. Man. It's so good. And Jello knows how to modulate. It shows he knows how to do it. It's not impossible. He can do it. Why didn't he do it more? Because he pulls it down quiet sometimes. Each verse builds. It's not a constant screech at fucking 80 decibels. And the lyrics are kind of good, right? It's like, I was just in New York City and I was thinking about this song the whole fucking time because there are
were you really? That's cool.
Well, there are absolutely rats all over the fucking place. Everywhere you go. So rat. In the subway, rat. I'm lying in my Airbnb on the top floor. It's not really an Airbnb. It was a fucking small room in someone else's house that they live in. So whatever.
I wish
I'm paying to have roommates. But across the roof, what do I hear? All fucking night, right?
No
like rats
way.
everywhere. That's just how it is. So this song it's not just about rats. It's also, I think, about gentrification. It's also about how we turn our face away from urban decay. It's about, pushing the poor farther and farther out to the margins, and everybody, so much of the song is about seeing the horror in front of you and just turning away from it, going like, fucking not now. I can't deal with this shit. Fuck it. It's, this is New York. I'm not going to fucking do it. Let's go watch. But and some of the lyrics in this are actually really visceral for this. Let's go watch them tear an old building down. And as the bulldozers pop the building like a boil, right? It's like, ugh, that's such a fucking, what a great image. And the rats come swarming out like bees. It's
Jesus Christ.
They're good imagery in this. And again, I
had a roach crawl up my leg once.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's gross.
You remember this fucking 3-inch goddamn
big ass fucking roaches
up my goddamn pant leg.
And he's also pretty fucking funny in this one. That's okay. When they get that music break at the end, and right as it kicks in, and he goes, good. I fucking love that. That's fantastic. it's fucking hilarious. And I really got to give him credit for his chorus, the chew, chew, devour, devour, to chew, chew, devour, devour, and the cacophony that he builds. And I fucking love that. I think it's nasty and hard and scrabbly and It hurts. It's not comfortable, but I think it fits the fucking song and it fits the music underneath it where Rob's just dun, 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 dun. It's fucking crazy.
Oh.
So I think this is a really, really, really good effort. Probably Jello. I don't know if it's the best song on the album, but I think it's Jello's best song on the album. And I can't get enough of it. This is one I will come back to, right? I won't come back to a lot of songs on this album, but this one, I think it lands. I think it lands as a solid, holistic effort with fucking amazing music and some good lyrics and a really good delivery. So chocolate and peanut butter that I will eat many times in my lifetime. Here, I'll hand you a piece. So what do you got, Strangey? What's on your paper?
Wouldn't you love to hear, maybe I mentioned this before, wouldn't you love to hear these three play to the silent Nosferatu movie?
Oh, fuck yes.
Wouldn't you just take a dump?
Wait, somebody did that. Someone that follows us as the podcast who's a band. What the fuck? What band was it?
Oh.
They're like a big band. It's not the Invasives. I know it's not the Invasives, but it's someone like that. But they did a Nosferatu thing. Anyway. If you're out there, and you're listening, I think you follow us on Instagram. Ping me because now I forget. But you know who you are.
I've seen it before.
Torin, the lead singer of,
it was amazing.
Oh, I see. Okay, Torin, the lead singer of the Darkest Hillside Thickets, who are big No Means No fans. He does an art thing where he gets illustrators that he likes to draw Rhinosferatu.
Okay.
Which is
as like a rhinoceros
vampire. Rhino, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Nice. All right, Michelle, what's on your paper?
As a prompt.
Okay. All right. So, Chew, no means no in a haunted fucking house, and you know it.
Yes.
Man, I don't know who to listen to in here, and I imagine they had a bit of fun with this, making ghostly sounds and being creepy. Rob sounds like Frankenfuckenstein. And Andy borrowed East Bay Ray's effects pedals for some banshee haunts and electric jolts.
Oh, that's so
John gets to be a jazz mummy, and it all sounds glorious. What a trio these guys are. I quite like Jello's delivery in this, and he's doing a bit of the... Hey, Matthew, do you have the thing? He's doing some Sprechazoid in there.
Sprechazoid?
I think it's Sprechazoid in there, which has some tinges of Alice. Sometimes he's sort of like Alice Donut kind of thing.
Huh.
I don't know. It just reminded me of an Alice Donut song. And it sounds so good. Once we get to the Chew Devour section, I think Jello kind of jumps the shark.
Oh, interesting.
You said you liked it.
I do. I think it works for the song.
It was just a little over the top, and I feel like he could have pulled back a bit, but it doesn't suck. It's just like, oh, you were doing so good, and it was just
to me that felt like it, like that. That's where I feel like Jello is normally at in all the time, and I actually felt like, oh, actually, you're using that judiciously at the right time in the song at the right moment, so I'm okay with that. But normally he's just always at 11 like that.
Yep. I can force my ears to listen to what the guys are playing and hearing the colossal freak out, and they're just laying it down. It's unbelievable. It gets a bit cheesed with the chewing sounds. I don't know if I like the chewing sounds. I don't know. I'm kind of weird, but oh, okay. Yep. Okay. But overall, Jello's vocals to this are quite fitting, like the style he used in Dead Kennedy's song "The Prey." Yeah, it's that's like a creepy one where he's in an alley.
Nice.
And find somebody from he likes their shoes. I don't know. Listen to it. It's kind of creepy. He's doing the same thing. Yeah.
Matthew.
Cool.
Yep.
So I just wanted to.
I have. Sprechazoid?
No, I'm not. I'm actually looking for something just real quick here. For us to do, which I did not prepare in advance, but I actually have something from a new listener, and he sent it to me, and it was sort of our 3 questions, which maybe I can actually read in the interstice after this.
Great. Oh, good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
In there. That'd
be awesome.
Yeah.
You got to find it though. Is that what you're saying?
I have to find it. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. You give us your take on this song, and we can always do an artificial pause that I can cut out while you find it.
All right. So yeah, this is atmospheric jazz noir.
There you go.
Eerie as fuck. It's pretty great. I love it is like a song that No Means No might have written. I had the same impression that maybe it was a little bit more collaborative. Just like subject wise in terms of kind of like the creepy weirdness and some sort of strange force. I don't know, that they maybe inspired each other. Subject wise, you can sort
Totally.
of see that they, so many songs about
Jazz
zombies and everything like
Odyssey.
that. Yeah. I love a lot of the music. I love that there's sort of it's not so full on. It's got sort of quiet bits, and it builds so slowly and so intensely, and then gets quiet again. It's fucking fantastic.
So good.
I love the easing into loud, echoey guitars and that sort of
Oh, man.
bubbling guitar, and then sort of into the tearing guitar, and then it just
Yeah.
super quiet again. And then, unfortunately, straight into the bleating Jello sound. That
okay.
he does. I do appreciate the delivery a lot better in this song. He does sort of rein it in. He does sort of seem to be listening to the music and trying to do something. But there's that part where his voice first comes in after that totally atmospheric beginning. It's sort of like, okay, there he is.
Oh no!
Hey, big guy.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
Throw him a bone now. Come on.
No. I mean, he. I love the crescendos and decrescendos in this. He does sort of sneak the social commentary into basically what's a kind of like a horror movie, but does it kind of artfully. I kind of think
exactly it's more artful than normal.
It's a bit more. I mean, are the rats the forces of gentrification, or are the rats the punks that he refers to in this Tompkins Square riots, which I looked up, and it was a bunch of counterculture people. I mean, they're just sort of like lumped in with the pushers and the like the addicts and everything like that. But it's punks and squatters and everybody who's poor. And they
it's pretty raw, very raw.
There, the police came in and fucking cleared them out. And I looked it up, and the way that Wikipedia works, that was in 1988. There was a riot, and they tried to clean it up, and it was definitely like sort of gentrification push in Alphabet City. And then I looked it up, and there was exactly the same fucking thing in 1874. Another riot in Tompkins Square, and it was a bunch of unemployed people who had put together a demonstration because they were looking for enough to eat. And
history rhymes.
The cops came out, and like what you're saying, Jello's kind of history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. I think it's repeating itself here.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jello, so much stuff on this album, actually, considering it's 30 years ago now, is just as topical, if not more so.
Yeah,
like you were
I
saying
agree.
I
agree.
And I did appreciate that. I appreciated that giving this album another chance. I still think that the mix is utter shit and it's hard to listen to, but I do think it's a lot better than the dismissive attitude I had towards it for a long time. Jello definitely can't do poetic meter.
No.
He just like if he has some lyrics that he wants to jam into a verse, he just kind of stretches it out.
Away.
It's like
stretches it out.
I'm here for days. It just like doesn't actually fit into the anyway. But I do. I love the the atmosphere that gets built. I mean, you can really see it. I've never been to New York. I've never been in the New York subways. I have been in other subway systems, but the large subway systems, I was just kind of thinking I'm a bit of a fan of subways. I think they're cool.
But the warm smell of piss.
The biggest other subway systems that I've been on, other that are not New York, I have been in Tokyo, which is not like that. I have been to Moscow, which is not like that. And I've been to Paris, which is a little more like that, but not like that. So those are the three. The
thing about New York subways, it's the coolest fucking thing I have to say, and it's scary as shit also, is that when you look down and you're in the right subways, and a lot of people have written about this, New York's really built on itself over hundreds of years in a way, and there are layers and layers and layers, and you look down and that shit goes down fucking forever. There are crenellations and caverns and other tunnels and shit always under you, and you just look a little bit over the tracks into where there's a little gap, and it just keeps going. There's just more fucking shit under there, and it's very unnerving.
And there's people
And it's
living
and there's
in there.
people that live there. There for sure. There's a
And
whole
chuds.
culture of
Shiny
people who
teeth
live
and
there.
shit.
It's really
Yep.
weird. And this song makes me have that feeling a little bit, like that shit, that stuff underneath rising out. Anyway, it's your thing. Sorry.
Yep.
Totally, yeah. Well, I was going to say, are the rats the forces of gentrification, or are the rats the
Fighting back.
entities that fighting back? They're totally fighting back.
Because it's all
they're
yuppies
and
that
they're
get eaten,
strong,
right?
and they are laughing at you, and their eyes are shining
Yep.
in the darkness, and they're gonna come get you.
Pretty much. And it's pretty much just the worker bees and the yuppies in the song who get eaten, right? Like everyone is the protagonist. They're all just like workaday yuppies and not working class folks. So I would agree with you.
Well, the first
I think
thing
the
he
rats
says,
maybe are the
someone's dad fell down. Like that's the way he describes the person. It's not like a name, or it's someone's dad. It's like, this man lies there for a week and nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This is it's a good one.
It is a good one.
It's a gooder. Yeah.
All things considered. All right. Well, look, folks, let's do our first vote. I guess I'm up first. This is going to be between Skies Falling and Chew. These are two of the titans on this album, frankly. So kind of ironic in a way that they get put against each other, but 1 in 8 chance. It's, what are you going to do? This is not hard for me. Chew definitely wins because I feel like the two elements of it work better together. Sky is Falling. The music is fucking phenomenal. So were I to pit these two songs against each other without lyrics, well, this is interesting when I think about it. I really want to hear The Sky is Falling without lyrics. I don't know that I want to hear Chew so much without them. I actually think Chew kind of really works with them. So I don't have that feeling inside of like a strip the lyrics out. Whereas Sky is Falling, I'm like, dear God, please give me that track with no lyrics. So for that reason alone, Chew, or for that reason amongst others, Chew wins handily. Michelle, where are you at?
Well, for the reason that you said you want to hear it without the lyrics, I'm voting for Sky is Falling because I can't get over that goddamn music that I'm hearing in the back there.
Nice.
It's just, come on.
Matthew,
break
the tie.
It's got to be Chew. It's got to be Chew. I was really quite. It was very, very clear cut for me before I discovered that there was another version of The Sky's Falling, and I listened to that. And I think more people should listen to that. I think I still would probably give it to Chew, but a lot more credence to Falling Space Junk, having heard that other version, and I kind of wish that they'd had that engineer. And I gotta say that if you haven't seen Terminal City Ricochet, motherfuckers, you should go and see. Or
I have not.
Obtain.
I have not.
Terminal City Ricochet in some way. I meant you motherfuckers, you two motherfuckers, and other motherfuckers listening.
My housemate
watch
has
that movie.
The album. That's as close as I've gotten.
Well, not the album.
Watch it.
Watch the movie.
I mean, he's got the album.
We'll probably talk about it then, or maybe I'll just mention it now. But apparently, that other song, Bruce's Diary, is based. Jello wrote those lyrics based on his character in that movie. So that's kind of interesting.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, it really is. It's a view of a Vancouver that no longer exists.
I'll see if I can
largely
watch that
because
tonight.
of the subject of Chew, actually, and that's one thing that I kind of the whole album. He's talking about New York. He's talking about like things in California, everything like that. And I wish that there'd been a little more reference to Canada in the lyrics and everything like that, because it is a Canadian band. But Vancouver is a run-down, rat-infested city, as pretty as it looks from the outside. So I feel like it could have easily have taken place there just as easily as it did in. In New York.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. Interesting.
Terminal City, man. Terminal City.
Ricochet. So we're gonna take a quick pause while we let Matthew find this bit of text.
And pee.
So there'll be no pause for you at home, but for us, a short pause.
Magic.
All right. Matthew has found his holy text.
Okay, so a band I really, really like is called Multicult, and I went to see them in Vancouver here. They are from Balmer, and I made friends with the bass player, Rebecca Burchett, who is a fantastic person, and we got to shooting the shit and then shooting the shit online afterwards. And she said, "You got to meet this dude, Corey Cottrell. He is in a band called Bad Wires from Louisville, Kentucky, and he's a big No Means No fan." And he and you would have a lot in common. So I did end up talking to Corey, and we do have a lot in common. Right down to him having started a radio show when he was 16 and being a builder and fixer of things these days.
Holy shit!
Hey, I'm in that club too.
So he
the same exact club
sent in the 3 questions. What is your No Means No origin story? What does No Means No mean to you? And then a personal story, No Means No related. Nice. So he sent these in. We have an extra little thing because I think we used up all the other ones because we stopped asking for them.
We did. We stopped asking for them because we're going to ask for something different in round 2.
Here is Corey. My No Means No origin story. I was 16, had been playing bass for 3 years. Not well, mind you. I was a bass player sort of by default. All of my friends had taken guitar and drums already, so I took bass. Truthfully, bass kind of bored me, though. I never got turned onto anything that outside the box or anything that really inspired me to dig in. I volunteered at the community radio station in Columbia, Missouri at the age of 14. At 16, they offered me my own show. It ended up being every Saturday from midnight to 6 in the morning. I randomly met someone the night before my first show. We hit it off, and he asked if he could join me. He brought up his CDs and records. This is 92, no streaming. Same for me. We're in the same age, too. Weird. He brought up so much stuff that I wasn't aware of that it ended up changing my life. Jesus Lizard, Shellac, Unsane, etc.
Oh, God, Jesus Lizard.
He pulled out Wrong one night and played Rags and Bones. Fucking floored me. I was like, you could do that on bass? That record changed my life at 16 years old. Then again at 26 and again at 32. It has been a deep well of inspiration for 30 years now. Number 2, what does No Means No mean to me? With their impeccable musicianship, their brilliant, unique songwriting and lyrics, and their true DIY ethos, they have always been a bedrock of inspiration as a musician and a creative navigating the world. To me, they've always meant freedom, individuality, and exploration.
Nice.
And his personal story, I interviewed Rob twice. They all stayed at my house in Columbia, Missouri, in like 2006. Tom and John stayed with me in Austin in 2009. I opened for No Means No once, and I opened for the Hanson Brothers 3 times. In my first interview with Rob, we got to talking about being a touring and working musician as well as a growing present human. He said a lot of things that I think about from time to time, including, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember the words exactly, people want to be comfortable, and we can't fault them. We're animals, but change and growth only come from hardships. That, and he told me he enjoyed a wee dram of cask-strength Scotch after a show.
Nice.
So there we go. That is awesome. Corey Cottrell from Bad Wires, which he is very proud that somebody said is like No Means No cross with Motorhead, and that's not totally far off the mark. They have a new EP out, which just came out 2 weeks ago. The name is going to escape me. It's not off the dome, but look for Bad Wires on Bandcamp. And,
sweet.
Yeah.
Bad Wires on Bandcamp. Thank you. That's fucking awesome. And great to hear from.
Thanks, man.
To hear one of those again. It's been a while. I didn't realize how much I missed them.
Yep.
That's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
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 All right. Well, that puts us on the second half of the episode. And much as the first half was filled with epic bangers, we've got a couple little jaunty bad boys here banging up against each other.
Jaunty.
So we have got Bad.
That's my jaunty bad boy.
Oh, yes, that's bad, baby. I'm bad. I'm a bad boy. We've got Bad, not off Gross Misconduct, where it is much better. We've got Bad off of, the fucking album, versus Ride the Flume. So there we go. Bad versus Ride the Flume. So, Matthew, we're going to let you have the honor of getting bad with it. But first, let's hear a little bit of this bad boy.
So bad, we're bad. So bad, we're
Hi. Get it.
So this is the only Michael Jackson cover that so I don't know. Yeah, these two songs are very Hansons-y, and I think Bad. Obviously, I mean it was released maybe less than a year hence. I didn't check the actual release dates, but this album
92,
came out
yep.
in
92.
1991. Yeah, the Gross Song that
Yep.
came in 92.
Yep.
And it was yeah. My knee jerk is to say that I like the Hanson Brothers version better, but the lyrics are different in this one, and I like them better. They're considerably different. The Hanson Brothers version is just very, very kind of repetitive. We'll never know. But yeah, it's a little. This one's a little brainier, and not that the Hanson Brothers are known for their braininess. You know, four heads, one brain, and all that. But yeah, I kind of like these lyrics. Restless and curious down in my gut, I know that I will never ever want what I'm told. Those are lyrics, not lyrics in the Hanson Brothers version.
Shit! I didn't. Oh my god!
Heard it so much that I guess I believe it too. Hang on, I want to get these actual lyrics out because, yeah, Mama told me from the start. Got the same rap at school. Heard it so much, and now I guess I believe it too. So guess what kind of crowd I hang around with now? Being bad is better than being nothing at all. So it's really acceptance of being a punk.
Yeah, yeah.
And just like, I'm just going to continually be disappointed by trying to fit in. So I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's pretty straight ahead. It's pretty kind of Hanson's-esque Ramones-iness. But yeah, we'll never live long enough to know. Hear a little bit of Hanson's-iness, like little interjections from John here and there. I definitely want to hear the Tom type vocals, little sneers and snarls that he does. But yeah, I actually like the song better now that I've actually listened to the lyrics and compared them to the Hanson Brothers version. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Michelle, how about you?
All right. I also wrote down that the Hanson Brothers did this on their Gross Misconduct record that was put out in 1992. I got a burp. Excuse me.
It's a Scottish
1992.
album. Gross Misconduct.
Gross Misconduct.
Gross misconduct.
Gross Misconduct, girl. 1992 by A.T. No Means No collaboration. One was put out in 1991 by A.T. So the No Means No collaboration with Jello was put out in 91. The Hanson Brothers was 92. Both versions of this song totally kick ass and are a hoot to listen to. Jello really sounds great on this, and of course John sounds great on the Hanson Brothers one as well. Now, here's where I'm going to get embarrassed because I said I listened to both versions, and I don't think there's a difference in the lyrics. I guess I didn't listen to the lyrics. I'm such an ass.
You have never professed to be a listener of lyrics.
No, I know, but you'd think I'd get the first stanza. Anyways, whatever. This song is probably the most straightforward one on the album, and it's pretty rockin' and fun. It's a very well-composed piece. As I mentioned above, Jello really sounds good in this, and everyone sounds like they're having a good time playing it. This is kind of a lame review, isn't it?
I mean, listen. I struggle with this one, not because I don't like it, quote unquote, but how much is there to say about it? It's a little banger. It's a rocker. You got the two versions. I'm embarrassed that I didn't fucking listen to lyrics on this. I'm so glad you did that, Matthew, because I just looked it up while you were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, you're right, man. They're fucking better on this. It makes me wonder, was this like an instrumental they created for this that Jello put the lyrics to and then they repurposed for the Hanson Brothers? Was this a Hanson Brothers song they had kicking around?
I don't know which came
for
first,
longer?
right?
What's chicken or egg? I don't fucking know, but you're right. Jello's lyrics are a bit more. They're not a bit more. They go a bit farther than the Hanson Brothers, which are just, as the Hansons should, skate right along the service, right? In the best way.
I said skate.
Now, exactly. Skate. Now the delivery of bad by the Hansons, and the production make it the far superior version just because it sounds better. But it's a good ditty, right? And it's
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
it's you know
Musically,
Jello's
they're really
kind of
not that different.
no, they're
they're
not.
very
And Jello's
similar.
kind of in his wheelhouse, giving the delivery he gives. It fits the music. It's not. I don't feel like it's. So I didn't give my combo. I'd say this one is chocolate and slightly expired whipped cream. So it's okay. I'd eat it, but it's not quite right. Like I feel a little weird spraying this on the chocolate. I kind of look twice.
Velveeta cheese.
I smell it a little bit, but I spray it on there and I eat my
cheese.
chocolate with the expired whipped cream on it.
Hey,
Good song.
New Englander. Like, what about chocolate and marshmallow?
No, that'd be too good. I thought about marshmallows, but that's really good. This song's not that good, so I couldn't.
What is
I couldn't do it.
Fluffernutter.
But
Fluff or not?
I love that shit. But so this is it's a fun song.
That's peanut butter marshmallow.
It's I don't know. It's it's bad. Everybody, hey, bad. We're bad. So it's good.
He's
No, that's
fizzing
it.
out.
I don't know what else you fucking say about the song. You can't dive deep into it. It's got percussive, great bass. It's got some
all right.
music and things. Anyway, it's a good song.
If the
Let's talk
Hanson
about the
Brothers
next one.
version had the lyrics of the
Then it
Jell-O
would be
version,
way better. Yeah, you're right.
Way better. Way better.
That's chocolate and
Yeah.
peanut butter, baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's what do they talk about? Beer, hockey, and women. I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
But they do
I
it
didn't pay
real
attention to
well.
the lyrics,
They
but
do it real well.
Yeah, but is the Jell-O version?
So
beer, hockey, and
let's
women in
move
it?
on to our third
No.
song, and
Let's take
our
boys.
third song, our fourth song,
Fourth.
the second of this pairing. Ride the Flume. So Matthew, let's hear a little bit of this, and then I want you to hop in the log ride and get wet, baby.
I could travel back in time, go to 1899, high in the Sierra Hills, ride the lumber down the Sanger Flume, the Flume, ride 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 the Flume. Watch out for that tree. Ball rides in amusement parks. This one's 50 miles long. Water slide, 4 foot side. Down the mountain, 60 miles an hour. Drop through the Devil's Slide, 4,000 feet and 13 miles. Miss the curve, you sail into space. Hold them 2x4s, don't break the Flume. Ride 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 the Flume. Me and you. Ba-ba-boom! Watch out for that tree! Watch out for that
So I gotta imagine that maybe some listeners, since we do have quite a few European listeners, that maybe they don't know what a flume is. It's not exactly a, most of our European listeners speak absolutely phenomenal English, probably better than mine.
Yeah.
It's
But,
a type
yeah,
of large
Flume is
lizard,
a-
right? It's a large
Yeah,
lizard
it's-
that you can ride. Yeah.
In my backyard.
Yeah.
A flume is a device. It is a chute that is constructed for very, very long times, very long distances, and they divert part of a river higher up into a channel, and they have these logs, and they shoot them down, flowing great distances to a sawmill that is very, very far away. So that is what a flume is. It is basically a water slide for logs. It is an extremely incredible feat of engineering for the time that it was doing it. This song is about riding a flume.
Oh my God, Jordan.
I don't think there's very much more to it than that.
Oh my
It is
God.
it is a lot of fun. It's amazing to think about. but I don't think there's very much more to
no.
riding a flume than
Oh my god.
riding a flume. So it is a historical reference. High in the Sierra Hills, ride the lumber down the Sanger Flume, which is a thing. It was 62 miles to a town in Central California, up in the Sierra Mountains. 62-mile water slide for logs. And he describes it pretty well. They got 4-foot sides, 60 miles an hour. I didn't look up what the Devil's Slide is, but 4,000 feet in 13 miles. That is quite a speed. So it is an incredible, scary, very kinetic, frothy thing. Interesting though. Hope them 2x4s don't break. Yeah, me too. To the sides of the cliffs we cling. Rickety timbers, please don't fail me now. So I don't know. He doesn't inject any politics. He just looked up a thing that he found interesting.
Went to the amusement
and
park.
wrote a
Just
song
open
about
the
it.
old
That's
Trapper
friggin'
Keeper. What do I got in here? Oh yeah,
Flumes.
I got some of this flume shit.
I do like that he says "va va voom" because I looked up that is a sort of an old timey expression that you say when you
Isn't that like you
see
see a chick?
boat. Yeah, exactly. You see,
That's but it's like a very Bugs
exciting,
Bunny sort of thing. Yeah.
vigorous, sexually attractive. Not only
Boobies.
is it dangerous and exciting to ride a flume, but it's also arousing. As he said for the last line.
Okay.
You're going to steal my thunder.
Watch out for
Jesus
that
Christ.
tree, or it's pine cone sex face first for you and me. And of course, watch out for that tree is a reference
George of the
to
Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
And as usual, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's all right. Don't even.
George of the Jungle.
It's not even worth
it's a
it.
cartoon from the 60s.
George
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
I
Jungle,
was-
friend to you and me.
Which most of us probably know.
Talking
Watch
about-
out for that tree.
Tree, which many of us sort of in early middle age
Imprinted, yeah.
probably
I was
know.
watching the
More
Jetsons,
from
right? Tom and Jerry.
Weird Al Yankovic reference.
Okay. I'm just not cool. I'm not cool.
You
Yeah,
should've
Weird Al
watched the wrong
Yankovic is
cartoons.
tremendously cool. Strange.
He is. No, he,
But these days
very
he is.
much is.
He's
He is,
he's
it's
left
true.
He's
the nerd
always
zone.
been cool.
He's
His
left
movie's
the nerd
great.
zone.
Movie's really great,
Yeah.
actually.
I got to see
I
that.
see
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Michelle,
I
hop
don't
on
wanna
the
go
log.
After that. I don't. Hop on the log. All right, I'll read my paper. Man, listen to how connected and tight John, Rob, and Andy are! Exclamation point. Very large, written, colored in by me. The main riff is a mix of something that sounds like the B-52s, the Cramps, some
Yeah.
Black Flag, and Dick Dale.
I was going to say,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
parts of Chew sound like the Cramps.
Oh, well, yeah.
Nice.
It's got raunchy guitar. It also reminds me of a song called Warriors of Genghis Khan by Bad News.
Huh. Don't know it.
And you guys don't know. Yeah, it's Bad News. From what I can hear, the lyrics, they're rather corny, and there's a bit too much hooting and hollering for my taste by Jello. Even though the song isn't that complicated, it's pretty impressive to hear the guys playing so perfectly,
It's
tight,
about riding a
compressed,
flume.
and at a feverish tempo. I don't think the guys playing the music are in the flume. I think they're just
I think they're just playing good music.
I think they're standing by the popcorn stand and going, okay, there's your flume music. We're going to kill it. Not sure if it's the high-end mic, but damn, Andy's guitar is so raunchy and cool, and he's pretty front and center with his part along with John's breakneck speed. I know Rob is playing the same riff as Andy, and he needs to be cranked up too. Turn up my Robs.
Yeah.
Turn up my Robs.
Turn up your Robs. Nice.
Yep.
This Rob
All
goes
right.
to 11.
Oh, that's fucking 13, man. All right.
Yes.
Let's see this song.
Uh-oh.
My
This is
combo
gonna be very
rating.
interesting to me.
My combo
no.
rating is
Oh, God.
what in the slippery Jesus fuck is this song? Are you fucking kidding me, Jello? Ride the Flume? Are you fucking kidding me? You had the opportunity to put lyrics to this bang fucking song from one of the best bangs of all time, and you said, oh, I know, Ride the Flume. I know, let's write about the log jam ride. Let's fucking write about the log jam ride. What in the slippery fuck is going
Oh,
on?
my God.
What in the fuck is
chocolate
going
and-
on?
Chocolate and what?
No,
Chocolate and
this is
gir-
plain
gherkins?
Jello and this is plain Jello
chocolate
and
and oysters.
This is plain Jello with pig knuckles floating around inside of it. Is what this song is.
Oh,
It's
God.
like it's something from the 50s. You open up one of those 50s recipe books and you're like, "What in the good God is this? Who made this? What? This not real." I listen. This song is the reason why I dismissed
He
this
just took
album
his
so much.
glasses off.
This
He
song is the
removed his
reason why I
glasses.
dismissed this album so much. I just can't believe you wasted my time singing about a logjam. Now listen, I can step to the side and
my
also
God.
say, well, it's just fun. You're right, it is. It's fun, like whatever, but it's not even environmental.
It's a
Like
missed
it's not even
opportunity.
it's
It's a
not even a
missed
song about
opportunity.
about clear cutting or anything. It's like it is a wasted opportunity. It's like the music is so good. It's so like
Yes.
the Dick Dale thing is so
Glasses are
there
back
could have been
on.
so many fucking, but it's about riding the flume. It's got George of the Jungle in the weakest, stupidest, most lame pop culture reference. Pinecone sex in the face. Just fuck me. Fuck me.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Exactly. Exactly right. I
know it.
fuck this song
No, sir, I
so
don't like it.
hard. Fuck this
Don't
song
like
so
it a
hard.
bit.
What in the slippery Jesus fuck was going on in his mind about riding the goddamn flute?
What do you
Oh.
think of this? Put this
Oh my God.
put this up against Beat on the Brat.
God.
Oh, Beat on the
Ooh.
Brat by a mile. Beat on the Brat
my.
so far. Beat on the
Shit.
Brat makes me just like so far. It's actually trying to do something. Like again, the music in this, where I strip it away, it's fun as hell.
Oh my God.
This could have been a great song. It's so good. But I'm just
Mm-hmm.
I'm flabbergasted how someone I just don't get it. I can't even begin to put myself in the position of saying, let me write a song about an obscure form of logging transportation from the 1800s and not even make it about clear cutting or something that Jello might talk about that has any relevance.
He
Just went to Six Flags and this is the one that really feels to me like, let me open my goddamn Trapper Keeper and see what fucking doodles I've got. Oh, it's about the Flume. Great. I don't get it. Thumbs all the way down for Jello's part on this. No means no.
In
They don't get a
Canada,
thumbs. Yeah.
Trapper
Well, there you
Keeper
go.
is
Maybe that was.
duotang.
You know. Do you know what this was? This was his only like. This is like I gotta write a song about Canada somehow. What they do? Oh, they got loggers up there, right? That's what I'll do. It's a song about loggers, so I'll do that song. That's.
No.
But
this
we'll
is
we'll
his
talk about
Canadian-
logging in California.
Hey,
Jesus
get
Christ.
the log song.
God, I
Get the log
can't.
song up there, Matthew.
I just can't even tell you guys how I'm just befuddled by
Better
this
than
shit.
something.
So.
It's
I
when
think he just did.
everyone needs a log.
Oh God. Okay,
Matthew,
so
find
let's
that,
move
put it on
on.
there.
Let's take a vote because I could go on for hours, but you've all heard what I think about this song. So, Matthew,
Jordan votes for Ride the Flume.
I do 100%. It's the winner of the whole album, maybe the whole fucking show. Everybody. So,
Oh my God.
Matthew,
the graphic for this is going to be amazing.
No, Matthew, what's your vote?
It's not quite as clear cut as it was for you, but I'm gonna vote for bad.
Okay. Well, musically, hey, wait, musically, it's not for me either. Like, let me be clear. I spent a long time just because I was so befuddled by fucking Jello, but the music in this is a badass. It is so fucking tight. And like you said, Michelle, Rob doing the same it's like, oh shit.
Oh my God.
I bow at the feet of this
I know.
music. Give me this
I
song
know.
without the lyrics. Give me a trackless, a vocal trackless version, and I will completely rewrite
It's
this
Pants
fucking
Pooper.
narrative.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Michelle.
What subject do you think would be good other than flume riding?
I don't know,
What do you
but I'm
think
going
would
to think
be a
about it.
good
I'm going
subject
to
for
put
this?
it
Yeah, I
down
was
to
actually
myself and
gonna-
write new lyrics.
I was actually going to suggest that we do that for these songs. Like, what if you can think of it? But I thought it might be too hard to put you guys on the spot in terms of like what would the No Means No song? What would the Rob lyrics
I like
be
this
about?
game. Ants.
Well, you know,
Ants.
you could make
Oh,
this
no, we've
song.
already
You could
had
make
that.
this
We've already
song about. I mean, here we have like the genius who wrote The River. You could make this about the challenge for me would be like leave it about a flume, but have that mean something. Have it be about the fucking rape of nature and about the fucking fast cascading out of
a
control
beaver
nature of
making a
something
dam.
that's still
Yeah.
stuck in a rut. You know, it could be
You
about
pretty
a-
much
a-
use
you know,
the same metaphor
Yeah.
as
the
he uses
same
for
metaphor, but
river.
have it mean something and not just be like,
Yeah.
hey, it's this fun fucking flume. It's like a anyway. I'm sorry. Listen, Jello, you'll never listen.
When
to this,
you're
but if you
born,
are,
you
I'm
start
really
to
sorry.
drown. When you're born, you're in the flume.
You're in the flume. There you go.
Like-
Oh
there you
my
go.
God.
Come
But-
out of the one flume and into the
Jesus
other.
Christ.
Oh my God! What an epic
But
ending
in any
to
event,
this episode. Seriously.
was your Michelle? What's your vote?
I voted for bad.
All right, good. I am also voting for bad. I'm not going to put you in this. Bad is not bad. Ride the Flume is real bad. So
Matthew,
fucking hell.
put Jordan in a flume.
Let me be clear though. That is the most shit I'm going to dump on any of these songs. Okay, I do not. That I've got it out of my system. None of the remainder songs. They
Yeah,
may not
that
be
was
my
rough.
favorites, but this is the one that is roughest for me.
Took
This
his
is the
glasses
nadir
off, for
of
Christ's
the.
sake.
This is the nadir of the album, and I think kind of makes
The Ralph Nader?
brings down everything.
The one that
around
nobody voted for.
Exactly right. Mwah, mwah.
Invented seatbelts. That'd make it very good on a flume ride.
Hey, no seatbelts on a Flume, bitch. All right. So in this one, we had Sky is Falling
Oh my
and I
God.
Want My Mommy versus Chew, and Chew chewed through its competition. We had Bad versus Ride the fucking Flume, and
my
thankfully, Bad made it through unanimously, as it should.
Well, as we know
So-
from Michael Jackson, bad means good.
Bad means good, baby.
Maybe he's not saying flume. Maybe he was saying something else.
Ride the Flu. It was a prediction of our current pandemic.
Flu, right? Yeah.
No, it was literally about a fucking flume. It's really, you cannot escape it. You cannot
I'm
escape
going to
it.
use flume as my Wordle starting word tomorrow.
Please do. Flume. Flume. It's kind of fun to say flume. Maybe that's why he did it. Flume. I don't know what's in his head. Nobody
Oh my
does.
God.
Oh, no, we do know what's in his head because he says it a lot, all the time. So that's a false statement. He was thinking about flumes.
Whee!
All right, guys. So listen, apologies to all of you who maybe like that song and you're all like, you fucking idiot. And you're right. I am. My opinion's not objective. I've been holding that in all
Oh,
week.
but it's
I've
so
been waiting
funny.
to just unload because I don't know, man.
Were you in a plane on the way back to the West Coast?
I
going,
was listening to that going like, are you kidding me with this shit? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Let me just
God.
go listen to Chew again. I'm just going to go listen
You
to
know
Chew.
what?
Barf bag.
On your way back from New York, you probably flew over that very flume.
I probably flew over that fucking
Oh.
Flume. I rode the Flume, bitches.
Because, yeah, it's
So-
about the same latitude as you. It's around Fresno.
We've got one more episode, I think, in this series, which will be fun. And then remember, we're going to
You gonna
pick
do it?
one of these songs, the winner of this album, to toss into the mix for round 2, which is a little weird. We know it won't win, but why the fuck not? Just out of respect. Guess what? It will not be Ride the Flume.
Yeah.
So, and that's my last time I'm going to say shit about it until the next time, which will be very soon.
Somebody's gonna make you a shirt.
Probably Ride this Flume. I don't know. What are they going to put a big wooden dick on it? Ride this Flume, baby. All right, everybody. Listen, we appreciate you listening. Hopefully this has been a fun episode. It's not been a super long one, which is nice, right? Like we're kind of back down to it's only been an hour 17, not our 3-hour epics. Although I missed those two, but we'll be back soon. I think in a couple of weeks. We're trying to keep our cadence up. We'll see if this keeps up. But again, next episode will also be about The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy. And there's some good songs left to talk about. I'm stoked to talk about some of
Yeah.
this shit.
Yep.
So, I guess, you know what? I might as well, since this is an old thing.
Oh,
Well, actually, we'll let it. Well, we're mixing up the format here. I'm going to go ahead and we're not going to keep a secret ending
You gonna
behind
spin the
anything.
wheel?
I'm going to spin the wheel because this is kind of an in-between episode, and I don't have to feel so precious about my format. So let me get to my thingy here with my stuff and my
Oh my
dongle,
God.
and this first one is going to be. Oh boy, God damn it!
Uh-oh.
Why you gotta
What?
fucking do this shit? I mean, there's only 4 more songs, so there can't be too many combos. All right, in the chat,
Oh, so you're getting the two.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
which just leaves, and I got to open it up because there's no point in my running the thing because gonna have to run it. a
But
bunch
what
of times.
order? What order?
It's in the chat.
it
No, I know. I'm
is
just being silly.
This.
He's very upset,
versus
Matthew. Come on. Give him a break.
That. All right. So that's our matchups for next week. You poor fucks at home don't get to know it, but hey, there's only 4 more songs, so take a guess and let us know what you think in the comments, chat. Visit us on the socials. No means nothing podcast at gmail.com. We're on the Insta. We're unfortunately still on Twitter, although I never post there anymore because I fucking hate that place now. And we're on Facebook, which is really, even though everyone hates Facebook, I hate Facebook, you hate Facebook, we all hate Facebook. But I got to tell you, it's the place where there's the most engagement, where everyone actually gets to talk.
Like,
So it's it's people our age, and it's
We're
sort
not
of
on TikTok.
there's a kind of, if you hate Facebook and don't want to do anything else, there's kind of a fun little group of folks who like the podcast, like each other, love this band. We kind of talk and have a good time. So I don't know. You can just
here's a little Easter egg, or not an Easter egg, but I don't know if you guys checked the Gmail. Our phone number was a bit of a bust in some ways, in that mostly it just got spam, unfortunately. But it kept getting spam for this dude called James. And just today, it's like they're trying to sell him insurance, and there are all these sorts of like adjusters sending him quotes and quotes and quotes for fucking months, and there was no
Did you call
way.
back? Did you call him back?
No, I didn't. No. I didn't want to go to the trouble. But this one just today, it said, "Does this number still belong to James?" It said,
James, if you're out there, this is
the first chance. It says to respond to this text message, reply to this email, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. Sure took
it's
you
not
a while.
James' number. James, this one goes out to you. And
ride the Flume, James.
We're all going to ride
really
this Flume.
Excellent insurance, and you didn't buy it from these assholes.
You did not. And so we're all going to see you in a couple of weeks. And until then,
God.
Good. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me give a moment of pause. Jordan, in the future, here comes. Oh, of course I was recording it, but I'm going to cut it out. Here comes the silence where you can come back in.